My Russian uncle was caught up in the Bolshevik Revolution of 1917. He then fought for the opposition White Army and eventually escaped to Paris. In World War II, he was pinning his hope on Hitler conquering his homeland. So he joined the German army and fought on the Russian front. At that point, he disappeared, presumably shot during the siege of Leningrad. Had he been involved in any killing of Jews or any other crimes? I felt I needed to find out, and finding his grave was a part of that. And most importantly, was he maybe the reason why my father was so desperate to get out of Europe at the end of the war. Tranquil this summer, but during World War II, there was barbarous fighting here against people, well, such as these.
Брат на фронте погибший, а сестра в Ленинграде померла.
What's the name of your cow? Dusk. Ah. What's this flower? Forget-me-nots. The story goes, her lover drowned, and she after him. Forget-me-nots grew in their place. A beautiful place. In World War II, Yura himself narrowly escaped death in Leningrad. Still some signs of German occupation. Some nails remain of the ladder to the top. The Germans had a lookout up there. But here somewhere, my interpreter Uncle Vladimir saved lives when he interviewed locals to determine whether they were partisans or sympathizers. There they are, foundations of our church. Partisans burnt it down in 1941, killing a man inside. He was accused of helping the Germans. That's where the altar was. Dmitri explained this was the old cemetery. Dmitri took us to the new cemetery. Could we find the grave? How would we recognize it? Perhaps someone in Germany has information. Look over there. Yes, strangers were buried along here, so this could be it. And they could have made that shape of cross. Later I found a photo to confirm this. Blue paint. The rain washed it off on this side, but not on the other.
Original color.
If there was a name, nothing remains. Vladimir had served one tour of duty at the Russian front and could have refused a second one, but insisted on returning for a second tour when he heard innocent villagers were being executed as partisans for want of an interpreter. Is there any sign that the cross was in the ground here somewhere? No, it must have been elsewhere.
Maybe this place, maybe this place. Никто бы не стал издалека этот крест тащить.
But no one would have dragged the cross any distance.
Когда он упал, взяли его сюда, прислонил.
Careful?
Very careful, да.
Okay.
Yura agreed to video my tribute.
Forget us not. Vladimir. We think this is the grave of our uncle who disappeared in 43. We weren't told what had happened to him. And only 40 years later, we discovered that he died here in this township of Nivki. And he died of natural causes, a heart attack, if you can call that natural causes, in the middle of a war. And the people here in Nivki have welcomed us tremendously well, have assisted us in finding this grave. We've arrived a bit late to find someone who may or may not have known of this.
With the help of many, I completed the puzzle of Vladimir and his widow, Zinaida. Ah, yes, Zinaida, who proved to be the reason why Paul, my father, was so paranoid about the KGB. But that's another story.